3-year-old trotting fillies, a mile for almost $440,000. It was pretty tough to pick against No Nonsense Woman, who was an easy winner last week.
Her sire, Sierra Cosmos, had one racing style go to the front and improve his position. I think that's what we're going to see from Jim Doherty driving No Nonsense Woman tonight. This one will get to the front from post 4, and if anybody heads this one, I'll be amazed.
There she is last week, winning her elimination on the inside. Jim Doherty, really just out for a Friday night stroll, I thought. But coming out of the end, almost getting to her is Must Be Victory. These two have battled all season long, and it could be a great race tonight between these two. Must Be Victory, you haven't even picked her in your picks, Mike.
Well, first of all, on Doherty's drive of that one, No Nonsense Woman, he came across the wire, and he could have been asleep at the bike for all intents and purposes, because he didn't do anything to get after her. She did that one all on her own. The half-length margin doesn't bother me in the least. As for the other ones, I think they're all a notch below her.
And Elegant Image did make a bid against No Nonsense Woman elimination, but she came up short. Look at Lindy's New Lady coming on here. She was full of life at the end. John Campbell got her across. She is one of 2 Balanced Image fillies in the Breeders' Crown Championship tonight. That's the 7th race. Mike Hamilton has pegged the 4, 5, and 3 as his top selections. No Nonsense Woman, the 7-5 morning line choice in the 7th race.
Vernon Blue Chip is number 1. Sir Taurus, filly from Amanda T. Collins, bred by Dan Granat Farms. Owned by Dina Rachel Frost, Rosalie and Jerry Silva. Ron Gerfine trains. Wally Hennessy, the driver, this winner of 6 and 14 this year, with a mark of 156 and 3 in her 3-year-old season. 155 and 4 last year, over $550,000. Vernon Blue Chip. Must Be Victory 2. Valley Victory filly from Must Be Heavenly, owned by Adelaide and John Skoglund of North Key Largo, Florida. James Keller, the trainer, this winner of 6 and 12 this year, with a mark of 153 and 2 and $402,000. Bern Lindstedt drives 2 Must Be Victory. Lindy's New Lady 3, an elimination winner last week. Balanced Image filly from Davidia, Hanover, owned by Lindy Farms of Connecticut, bred by Hans Engren. Chuck Sylvester, the trainer. John Campbell drives 3 Lindy's New Lady. Another elimination winner from last week, 4 No Nonsense Woman, Sierra Cosmos 3-year-old filly from Sarah's Fergie. Owned, trained, and driven by Jim Doherty of Clifton, New Jersey. Co-owners Helen and Frank Rubinetti of Union, New Jersey. Winning 11 and 14 this year with a mark of 154 and $822,000 earned. No Nonsense Woman. Elegant Image 5, Balanced Image 3-year-old filly from Eclair, Hanover, bred by Diane Ingham and Harry Rutherford of Mount Pleasant, Ontario. Owned by Hyatt Holdings Incorporated, Steve Condren Stable, Jerry Van Bokel and Doug Millard. Brad Maxwell trains. Steve Condren, the driver of this multiple winner in the Ontario Sire Stakes Gold Series. 9 and 17 this year, over $800,000. Elegant Image. 6 is Joey's Delight, Super Gill filly from Sheer Delight, owned by Peter Barbato of Paramus, Antoinette Paul and Nagito of River Edge, New Jersey. Andre Guidet, the trainer. Howard Parker drives 6 Joey's Delight. Per Erickson, the trainer for Leslie Clearview Stables of 7 Blushing. Tony Morgan is the driver, bred by Margaret Wallenius Kleberg, winning 2 and 14 this year and $163,000. Number 7 is Blushing. 8 Gironde Hanover is still Mohawk Raceway's 2-year-old filly Trot track record holder. Super Bowl filly from Ginger Bell, bred by Hanover Shoe Farms, owned by Russell Williams of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Bob Roberts, the trainer and driver, winning 2 and 8 this year with a mark of 155 and 1, $359,000. The 8, Gironde Hanover. In the backstretch, 1997 Breeders' Crown Final, 3-year-old filly Trot. They're off, and Doherty had No Nonsense Woman off the gate extremely well. Coming out fast at the inside and securing herself of second position is Must Be Victory. No Nonsense Woman, Must Be Victory carries her the first 8 there. And on the inside third is Vernon Blue Chip. Under a snug rein, Lindy's New Lady is going to race for Campbell to the inside 4th. Elegant Image took in from 5th. Joey's Delight is 6th. 7th into the first turn, Blushing and Gironde Hanover is 8th. No Nonsense Woman has the lead by 2 over Must Must Be Victory. The first quarter was in 28 4/5. No Nonsense Woman says, catch me if you can. Early in this one, Must Be Victory is content to be trotting along in second in the bravening position. On the inside, third is Hennessy with Vernon Blue Chip, and Campbell's got a very snug rein on Lindy's New Lady to the inside fourth. Elegant Image is angling out from fifth at that lower turn, and Joy's Delight will take her cover from sixth at the outside. Then Blushing and Bob Roberts has Giron Hanover move to the outside eighth at the half. No Nonsense Woman in 58 3, and a second quarter rating of 29 4. No Nonsense Woman by 2 over Must Be Victory. Elegant Image is the uncovered attacker on the outside with 3/8 remaining, but that gives room for Must Be Victory to come out of the pocket, and the clash of the Lady Titans is on the front end early here. Vernon Blue Chip to the inside is fourth, Lindy's New Lady fifth, then Joy's Delight, Giron Hanover, and trailing Blushing. No Nonsense Woman, Must Be Victory relents quickly and goes back to the inside second. Elegant Image up on the outside third, and Vernon Blue Chip followed in fourth. Three-quarter time of 1:27 2, 28 4, third split. Top of the stretch now, the 97 Breeders' Crown Final. 3-year-old filly Trot, and No Nonsense Woman is in top stride. She slingshotted off the turn. Must Be Victory comes back on late here. No Nonsense Woman wins the Breeders' Crown over Must Be Victory. Elegant Image third, Lindy's New Lady fourth. No Nonsense Woman prevailing as the heavy favorite in 1:56 2. Track record time for No Nonsense Woman. Paul Iafrates and Phil Houdon to the Mohawk paddock. Paul Iafrates, Phil Houdon to the paddock. The inquiry sign is posted, ladies and gentlemen. The judge is reviewing the portion of the race in the vicinity of the half. Number 2, Must Be Victory, and 5, Elegant Image. The judge's inquiry involves the portion of the 7th race in the vicinity of the half. 2, Must Be Victory, and 5, Elegant Image involved in this inquiry. Please hold all tickets. 4 No Nonsense Woman returned to Mohawk's winner's enclosure. Sierra Cosmos, 3-year-old brown filly from Sarah's Fergie. Co-owned, trained, and driven to victory by Jim Doherty. It's 12 wins and 15 starts this year for No Nonsense Woman. 156-2 is a Mohawk track record, almost a full second faster than Image of a Clear Day in 1994. No Nonsense Woman was bred by Massimo Bianchi of Italy and Dr. William Solomon of New Freedom, Pennsylvania. With the Mohawk Winners Enclosure presentation, Mr. George Hendry, Chairman of the Ontario Jockey Club's Board of Directors, Mr. George Siegel, a Director of the Hambletonian Society, and Mr. H. Charles Armstrong, a Director of the Ontario Jockey Club and the Hambletonian Society. To No Nonsense Woman and her connections, a Breeders' Crown champion in track record time 156-2. The inquiry sign is still posted.
The new track record holder is No Nonsense Woman, and she did it with Jim Doherty and the bike. Of course, he's the co-owner, trainer, driver, and she redeemed herself from last year. Jim, you had a little bit of tough luck leaving the gate as a 2-year-old, and here you are, the Breeders' Crown winner.
Yeah, well, it's very nice to win it, you know, and I'm real happy for her because she's a good filly.
She certainly is, and you had Must Be Victory sitting in the pocket behind you the same way she did in the Hambletonian Oaks. That must have been a concern. She just beat you there, but you beat her tonight.
Yes, she's a very good filly, Must Be Victory, and she always goes ahead in the wire. She'll lag back a little bit sometimes, but she's always trotting fast where it counts, so she's a good filly too.
We'll have a chance to watch your filly trot through the stretch, and she's a big, strong filly, as you mentioned last week. And how has she changed? What has she done this year that was different from last year?
Well, she grew a little bit bigger than she was last year, but basically she's a little smarter. She knows a little more what she's doing now, and she knows how to race now. She'll let you back her up a little bit, and she's a pretty handy filly, really, you know.
And as far as her career in the future, what does she do now?
Well, I'll probably race her another year and then breed her after that, I think.
Well, that's a very nice win. Thanks for joining me, Jim. That's No Nonsense Woman and Jim Doherty winning the Breeders' Crown for 3-year-old trotting fillies.
Okay, thank you, Karen.
As a result of the judges' inquiry, the judges determined that 2 Must Be Victory caused interference on 5 Elegant Image after the half. 2 Must Be Victory finished second, is placed third. 5 Elegant Image finished third and is placed second. Results as posted are now official.